Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Transport Fever. Merry Christmas, everybody, if you happen to celebrate it, and if not, then Happy Christmahana Kwanzaa. So I decided, you know what, I got a couple of goodies from Santa. Why don't I play them for y'all? So today is going to be a long series of different games of Pinstar plays. One or two of them may be games that you have seen before, but most of them will be new entries. And these are all going to be one-shots, unless the video blows up in views and you guys go crazy in the comments like, make a series of this Pinstar now! That's totally what most people sound like. But anyway, we're going to start things off today, the day after Christmas, with Transport Fever. This is sort of a spiritual successor to Sid Meier's Locomotion or Transportation Tycoon, the old school Transportation Tycoon game. That I played a whole crap ton of as a kid. So, you know what? Let's give this game a try. Let's take a peek. Let's see what it's got for us. Shall we? We shall. Now, as far as the scenarios, first off, I don't actually... When it comes to these kind of games, I don't like playing the campaigns. I've done the tutorial so I can educate myself in the game, and I've futzed around a little bit, but I don't really like campaigns. For these type of games, that is. I like free games. I like to let the game throw a map at me, randomly generated, and say, here's a sandbox. Your goal is to make money. Let's see how much money you can make. Okay, game. Let's see what we can do here. Now, I literally just got the game today. Normally, I would want to play on hard, but I'm still learning everything here. And you know what? Let's put everything right down the middle here, because 1850 starts. Yeah, those are kind of slow. Horse-drawn carriages and the like. So 1900s, medium, right down the line here. Off we go. Okay, loading is complete. That is a rather large loading time, but it is a fully 3D, procedurally generated, randomly generated world here. Looks like it's set in the American desert with Vancouver in the American desert. Okay, well, randomly assigned city names and what have you. All right then. Let us scope out the landscape. Let's look for our first easy trade route. We've got $6 million to our name. We got to make that work for us. All right. Well, first off, we need to find and I like to start out with industry rather than passengers for supplying our different towns here. What we want to do is find a baseline industry, something like wood or a quarry. Quarries are good. Because what we want to do is we want to get that base resource to a producer and then have it turn that base resource into something good. But we want to find things that are relatively easy to get to each other with here. Coal and oil, lots of black stuff up there. What I really want is either a really tactically positioned farm or a good tactically positioned quarry. That is a quarry, and that is a construction materials plant. Now that would really be ideal if there were more towns nearby. I mean, yeah, Seattle, we got Seattle covered, no problem. Well, I guess we could get some shipping lanes up to Richmond. And these roads go all the way up to Fort Worth. And I guess one could run something down towards Daly City. So why not? Why not? Okay, we're back. So, having scoured the landscape here, I don't think there's any other bits of low-hanging fruit really to be had. I mean, we got a construction materials plant here, but no stone nearby. Got stone here. I mean, that would be one epic trip to bring that over there. But it would put us in a couple of within range of a couple of things here. We also got iron ore. No, sawmill doesn't do that. Oh, well, hang on. Got the quarry plus the construction plant here, and we got Vancouver and Gilbert and Sioux Falls if we really wanted to push it. That might be a more sensible setup. How's the road network? Yeah, see, we got a direct connection here too. All right, you know what, game? I'll bite. We'll take this lonely quarry all the way here in the corner of the map and make it our star. All right, so now at the beginning of the game, I mean, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. We can set up the trains, or we could use roads and set up trucks. Now, at the beginning of the game, trucks are a lot more attractive of an entry method, of a transportation method, because all the roads are already laid out there for you. Trains, you have to lay the track. And while trains are infinitely more high capacity than trucks, beginning of the game, you're not going to be able to handle that much. Just out of principle. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get a large truck station here. Let's rotate this beast. We're going to make sure that the quarry is highlighted in white, because that means that this is close enough to officially service this. Waboom! And now we get ourselves a little station all the way up here. Again, large truck station. We'll go smaller ones on our drop-off destinations, but... I wonder if it being a darker color has anything to do with it. Yeah. Let's do something a little bit less crazy with the terrain, so we're not shelling out quite as much on construction costs. All right, so we got that truck line there. Now, what this does is it converts either stone or slag into construction materials, and construction materials is a good that is consumed by cities directly. So the third stop in this little journey here is little stops within the cities themselves to distribute them. Now, part of the thing here is you want these accessible to as many houses in the city as possible, but stomping on them costs beaucoup bucks, and also lowers the overall amount of demand in the city. So you want to place these by creating as much opportunity as possible, but still stomping on as few buildings as possible. So what I like to do is get a small country road. You can't really help but squish one of the buildings. But if we can get this out here like this, we're going to just squish one building. And then we get a small truck stop. And now this services the entire, almost the entire town, as much as we can humanly get, while having only squished one building. And that makes it real cheap to place. So that's sort of the ideal here. And I'm going to set up two destinations. I like having two towns running at once. So Vancouver is going to get some goods too. The desert realm of Vancouver. It's like Bizarro Vancouver. Ooh, no. I can sneak that one through. Small truck depot. And look at that coverage. Look at that beautiful coverage. Tons of demand there. Excellent. Okay. Now, in order to get our trucks on the road, we got to build ourselves a depot. Now, one little trick I've noticed here is that if you put the depot in between a couple of the stops, when you create new vehicles, sometimes they'll auto go to the wrong first stop. We want this to be our first stop because, I mean, that's where the raw materials are. So if you put it on this side, on the far side of this, it will always stop here first, which is what we want. So, waboom, truck depot, get. All right, what I'm going to do here is, we got a lot to choose from. stagecoaches. Let's go to freight here. We've got the horse wagon, which is, well, it's horses dragging crap around. No, thank you. This is literally all you have to work with if you do an 1850s start is horses. Your streets are going to be littered with horses, and they are not terribly efficient. So no, we want something bigger. We want the steam lorry. 6 capacity, goes faster. I mean, it's not blazing fast. This is still old school steam tech from the 1900s, but still, this is what we want to be working with. All right, so we're going to make a new line here. That's our first stop. That's our second stop, and then you, my friend, are going to stop up in Vancouver, and then rinse and repeat. I do want you on full load. Now, sometimes you have to send a few empties to sort of prime the pump here, so to speak. We also want to get another steam lorry. New line. It's going to start out the same way. Gilbert West, Vancouver South, but then you, my friend, are going to go down here. Gilbert Springs, or Sidings. I can read. Okay, so let us unpause here. I will start mass producing some more of these once we get once our thing here starts kicking out into our waiting area. And this is part of the game that gets a little finicky, because we aren't the ones that are dictating where the goods are going. We need to sort of basically convince the industries. Wait, why is that a small one? That should not be a small one. We gotta upgrade this. We need the bigger one eventually. Is this a small one? Oh no, good. That's a big one. That's what we want. We want the bigger ones, and I'll show you why later. Alright, what I'll usually do here is tell you guys to turn around. Hopefully not destroy each other. Eventually, the industries will get the memo that these guys are ready, willing, and able to. Yeah, see, look, they just got the memo. So we're gonna tell them to turn around again. Did you actually pick anything up? Let's try you again. See, it's loading stone for line 1, but it's not loading anything for line 2 yet. See, he's got the stone. We might need to tell it to full load it. Because, yeah, unfortunately, because we have these on separate lines, it sort of separates them in that sense. What we will do is buy another steam lorry here. Line 1. Hopefully you get the memo and park in somewhere else. Or not. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure this game out as to why it's doing some of these things. Like, why isn't the cargo being put into the other 2 stations here, or the other 2 depot lines here? Eventually it just clips through, and it's like, nope, I'm not waiting for you. And sometimes you just gotta force it, in the sense that you gotta just buy more road vehicles and put it on a dead line, and eventually the line will come to life. Like I said, you gotta prime the pump. Yeah, you've got nothing. But if you put a couple more things on that one line, it might eventually get the memo. And hopefully it gets the memo here to freaking start using the other depots here. Yeah, see, and this isn't even teleporting all of its stuff over to me. It's holding out on me for some reason. Alright, let's just keep throwing trams at it. Line 1. We know, at the very least we know line 1's good. Maybe if I just start chucking enough line 1 stuff at it and start using up all my demand there, it'll eventually get the memo on line 1, line 1, line 1. Yeah, these guys should, once he's finished loading, will wonder if we downgrade it and then re-upgrade it again, it'll shake it to life. Alright, stone 1, line 1. See, yeah, see, it's teleporting it over there. So now the question is, will line 2 go over here eventually? Alright. Line 1. Since they seem to have such an affinity for it. We might as well max out the one line before, in terms of fulfilling demand. So all of our trams are coming up here. And yep, we're getting construction materials in. They're dropping the stuff off. This stuff is converting the stone into construction materials, and then the construction materials are being carted off to the cities. And the cities will start to grow slowly the more they're supplied with goods. Still line 1. Well, alright. Well, we keep line 1ing it. In some of my earlier test runs, I was able to get multiple lines going at once, at the same time. But I was also testing it out in the 1850 scenario, so maybe this is a 1900s thing where they want everything handled on one line at first. And they just, our quarry just upgraded due to demand here, which is good. Maybe they'll start giving us some line 2. Well, yeah, and let's see what happens if I send this one to be a line 2. You can see quickly you start amassing a whole fleet of vehicles. Ah, see, look, it is working properly now. Line 2 is actually stopping on this side, which is good. I mean, it's not good that it's not feeding it line 2 stuff. It should be. But at least we can have something happening here. Alright, more steam lorries to line 1. I just don't quite understand. Like I said, this is the Pinstar plays. This is not strategy and tactics. I need to understand this game a little bit more concretely before I start presenting anything that would be a strategy and tactics. Now, one of the other things we can do here, now that, while we wait for this to get up to fruition, maybe if we stop staring at it, it'll actually start producing for us, is we want to develop these cities more. We're helping them out. Here, let me click on the city here. We're helping them out by, well, maybe Gilbert's a bad example. Oh wait, can we even get to Gilbert? Oh, I wonder if that's why they don't want to go to line 2. Gilbert doesn't have a logical road over here. They'd have to go all over creation. I bet if we make a road to Gilbert, that we'll be in better shape. We just gotta watch out for these freaking contour lines, because terrain modifications will kill your budget. Like so. Like, just a simple road is doing this much damage. Let's find a cheaper way. I mean, maybe if we go up this way. Yeah, this is one expensive road. Kind of defeats the purpose, actually. Gilbert's actually not that close to us now that we consider it. No, we gotta connect it up. We just gotta. Alright, we'll just build this one segment at a time. Maybe it'll be cheaper that way. Yeah, it is much cheaper if you do it one little segment at a time. Because it makes smaller adjustments in the height. Yeah, just smaller adjustments. You don't need to be you don't need to do a big grand thing here. Much better. All right, now let's see if our quarry here actually gives some love to line number 2. Now that we actually have a shorter distance towards it. Let's set up a line 2. Aha! Aha! Line 2! It's actually giving some attention to line 2. Ha ha ha! See? We're starting to learn this game. Yeah, the shipper's like, hell no, I'm not shipping our goods that freaking far. When they're actually that close. Hell no! Hell no. And so we had to build a road to get... See, part of me wants to say the AI in this is a little bit but part of me wants to say, you know what, maybe the AI is a little bit smarter than I give it credit for. Alright, let's just fill up our, let's see, line 2, line 1, we just do, I like to alternate them, that way they're using the 2 different sides here. Because one car can be stopped at one side here, loading and unloading, and the other car can be stopped at the other side, loading and unloading. So it's real efficient. And if you upgrade to a larger station, you can do it with a third, presumably. Okay, and Vancouver's getting the goods here. Ka-ching! 10K from that little construction materials delivery. And now Vancouver is getting a little bit happier with the jobs. That's going to let Vancouver grow. But now that we actually hooked up these 2 guys, let's get some more things to grow them. So what we want to do here is we want to go back to our little bus line here, but we want to get into passengers now. And again, look, we're going to just do a little bus tram stop here. Luckily, this one can be placed on the side of the road, so you don't have to demolish anything. Oh, that covers almost the whole city right there. And then one for Vancouver, which if we place right about here, will cover, well, pretty much everyone. Right then, now we go to our depot. Which I know it's going to start the cars out way out of the way, but why build extra depots? Passengers, passengers, passengers. So what, so the Mac here, 9 passengers capacity. We'll take that over the horsies. We're going to do a new line. We'll start you out in Gilbert here. And have you go up to Vancouver. Boom. Yeah, we're not gonna make passengers wait for a full load. That would be silly. Right then. So we've got we've got leg number 3 here. Yep, autosave, thank you. Now, is anyone stopping here yet? Not right away. So again, sometimes you gotta prime the pump, let the game know, hey, there's a route between these two things before people actually start showing up. Looks like they got some construction going on here. And yeah, they're consuming more of these things. Ooh, we might be getting... Are we start getting some of our deliveries in? Oh, not yet. Oh, because of the... we're starting to serve their... yeah, there it goes. We got a passenger. Huzzah! And here's our one construction material. Yeah. This might not be loading them evenly, but that's okay. God dang, look at all this. Look at all this delivered stone. This thing is taking its sweet time to produce. Well, hopefully it gets its production up higher, and because what happens here is once its production gets closer to its limit, it will, yeah, see, keep high production to upgrade in 7 months. So if we keep this production limit nice and high, in 7 months it will double in capacity, which is awesome because that means more converted goods here. All right, I think our tram just stopped here. 6 passengers. Wow. All right, we got to get more. We got to get more trams going out there. Mack trucks, by you. Line 3 for me, please. Thank you very much. And oh, why not? While we're at it, line 1, line 2. There we go. Picking up the stone. How? Yeah, we have maxed out production at this point. So yeah. Now it's still. Actually, it's about to chew through the last of its stone. Although we got some more stone shipments coming. Yep, there it goes. New stone shipment. In 2 months, this thing will upgrade itself, which will be awesome. Because then we'll be getting honey bunches of construction materials delivered here. 1 month, come on, double in production. Come on, don't dip too low. Don't dip too low. There it goes. Ha! All right, we have doubled in production capacity. Again, it still needs the raw materials for it to actually utilize that capacity. But once we start flooding it with that, how are we doing here? 3 passengers, not bad, not bad. Good servicing, and could use more passengers. And I think we need more of these now that we've upgraded our construction material capacity. Line 1, line 2, line 1. I like to do this alternation here. That way they're not all lining up in the same time in the same order. They're alternating them. But this will definitely get a lot more capacity on our line. I mean, yeah, this is going to get a little backed up for the time being, but again, they can do it on alternate sides, so they're not blocking each other. Now, why sometimes they load and leave real quick, and other times they have to wait a while. I don't know why. That, again, still learning the game. Why did that guy get to go right away, but why is this guy sitting here for a few seconds, farting around before moving on? Because they're both loading 4 units of cargo. So it's not a matter of them waiting for cargo to be delivered. The cargo's already there waiting for them. All right, we got another lull here. So, line 1, keep it nice and even now. Line 2. And there's our line 2. Excellent. How are we doing on passengers? Oh ho ho! Look at that, 25 passengers. Oh, we gotta ramp up production here. Mac. All right, so we're gonna get 3 of these bad boys. 1, 2, 3. Assign all to line 3. Yeah, no need to alternate with them since they're all going to the same thing. But there's enough passengers waiting that they'll be able to soak up all that demand. Excellent. Now, what else can we expand our empire to cheaply? Again, we're looking for low-hanging fruit. Pittsburgh? Maybe Pittsburgh. The gondola. Okay, then. Yeah, there's a factory there. And another factory there that's closer. But we don't really have the great raw materials, although... No, that's iron ore. But that's iron ore. Yeah, this connection to Gilbert might or might not be useful. Now, the goods factory is like a later stage thing. You gotta get a lot more well established. Well, we got lumber mill here. And we've got a sawmill here. And this requires either planks and plastic or planks and steel. So I can't do it by itself. It needs to have steel along with it. So we might want to... Is there any nearby oil wells? Nearby is a relative term. Alright, you know what? Let's just expand our passenger service, shall we? I think we shall. Let us get some passenger services here in Pittsburgh. And one into here. Alright, and I think in this case, we'll want to go to our routes manager here, line 3. We want to add stations so that these all start servicing them in a big loop. Washington Street. Central Street. Ooh, it goes in a loop? Oh, we are gonna use this loop. We are gonna utilize this loop because there's nothing more efficient than a loop. So Lakewood's gonna get brought on board. Sioux Falls is gonna get brought on board. We're gonna early transportation mecca it. And actually we're gonna get both parts of Sioux Falls here. Beautiful. Okay. Add a station. Sioux Falls number 1. Sioux Falls number 2. And then it ends there. Beautiful. That is one long ass trip, but now we have ourselves a nice long loop. Huh. Would it... Hang on. I think it might make more sense. Ah, these two don't connect to each other. I was about to say, if this looped down along here, that would be beautiful. But that's not worth it. Too bad. So this is technically not as efficient as it could be. Oh, is it worth the expense to add in... what is this city anyway? Milwaukee. Is it viable to add in Milwaukee and draw a road? Or in this case, it would probably be punch a road through the mountain. $3.28 million. No, I'm not spending that much. Not spending that much. I like you guys. I don't like you that much. And I'm going to use the number of passengers here sitting here at Gilbert as sort of our litmus. Right, yeah, some of our trams here are on their way. Pick them up. Oh man, look at that. Whew. How are we doing up here? Oh, we're already up to 3. We're at max capacity here. We just need more. We just need more things here. Although, how is our demand fulfillment? Because eventually, they only demand so many goods before they say like, nope, we're not buying anymore. Now, granted, the city will eventually start to grow, and that will cause them to demand more goods in that sense. But yeah. How are you doing, Gilbert? Gilbert's doing all right. Gilbert actually could use a few more dozen road vehicles. Yeah, it looks like some of the older ones got phased out. 1, 2, 3 to line 2. Because 1 doesn't really need any more. We've seen the capacities there. 2 could use a little bit more loving, just because we kind of shied away from it in the earlier game here. Probably need more commercial passenger vehicles here. Definitely doing the Mac. Let's do half a dozen. 3, 4, 5, 6. Set line 3. All he is. I know I might be brute forcing this a little bit, but eventually they'll spread themselves out. And as more and more things get lined up here, people will get the memo. Yeah, you get full lorry right here. And who knows where they want to go. See, we got two sets of passenger icons over here, waiting to go along. Yeah, Pomona wants some people. Lakewood wants some people. And actually, you know what? Let's re-upgrade you. I know, unfortunately, and I don't know if this is a glitch or anything, it completely annihilates the built-up stockpile. All right, the other thing I'm gonna do here is let's Since we've already got some traffic going to, say, Pomona, let's get some goods here to Pomona. Let's see here. Oh yeah, hang on, let's do the road trick again. There it goes. And we only need the small truck depot here because we're just using it to drop off. Alright, now we're just gonna send in a whole crush of trucks here. Well, we'll start out with a single one here. New line. So we'll start here. Go here. And go all the way up here. We're gonna keep these open here just so I can tell them once I get the pump primed here, I'll tell these empty ones to turn around. Yeah. Once they get the memo that this is going to be a new thing, I'll tell all of these ones that are going off empty that this is indeed a thing and to come back for some goods. Oop, I see it. See, line 4. Yep. So it's starting to get here. So we can tell you to turn around. Tell you to turn around, because now there's goods waiting for you. Actually, we could even at this point tell them full load. Stick around. Yeah, see now we've already established a few other things here, and this is why I wanted the larger depot. Is now that we have 3 different places for stuff to be picked up. So it's all nice and efficient, like. Line 4. And we're going to need a few more vehicles on line 4 here. Yeah, both of these guys are line 4. And yeah, you're just going to sit there and soak it up. Alright, we're doing pretty well money-wise. I mean, we're still down 2 million from where we started, but we've got a lot of infrastructure in place to speak for that. We've got our trucks delivering full carts of goods here. How you doing on? Gilbert could still use some more goods satisfaction here. I mean, they are constantly consuming, so it's not like I can only bring them 61 goods and then okay, we're done. That's all the construction we need to do. No, they are constantly churning through this goods. So this is sort of like the current floating demand level that is slowly going down as people actually start using the stuff up. Alright, how are we doing here? Line 4, still getting more guys going. Line 4. Get another line 2 in there. Yeah, let's get a couple more line 3s. And one more line 4. So a very busy set of roads here. And at some point, it becomes like the capacity of the goods that you need to move from point A to point B becomes as such that you should probably invest in trains to get that much thing. Like, it might at some point behoove us to make a train go from here to here and just do the raw material line here this way, and then have all of our trucks take the stuff off of the rail yard. But here we're getting a good healthy spread of goods here, and you've got all the capacity that you need. So yeah, I think we are in a pretty good place. We got a loop, a passenger loop. Ooh, you know what we can do for another passenger related thing? We'll go for Mac. We will set a new line, line 5 here. We will start them out here. But we will go in the opposite direction. That way people who want to go the other way are serviced. And there. And there. We didn't hook them up. Oh yes, we did. Yeah, because they might want to be getting there, but they might want to be going the correct quote-unquote direction. And then, yeah, we're good. That's our line here. Excellent. So we'll get a whole butt ton of those and set you all onto line 5. Again, they'll spread themselves out eventually, I think. But yeah, that will, so construction materials and population transportation. Again, they still demand more stuff, but that's going to help these towns start to grow. And over the course of a long game, you will start nurturing these things into big metropolises and whatnot. And they'll start demanding more and more and more, which we will profitably supply to them. So this has been a taste of Transportation Fever. Hope you guys all enjoyed. I certainly did. Again, if you like this episode and you want to see more like it, you want to see this turned into a full series, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment, and stay tuned. Lots more Pinstar plays coming your way. So lots of different games coming your way just to see what we might be diving into for the new year. Until then, enjoy.